How does your life look? Are you happy with the position you find yourself in currently? Is there anything you would want to change? These are the questions you should ask yourself, reflect on, and ultimately act on. Good. What do you do now if you want to change things? If you're not happy with the current state your life is in, what will you do if your life looks like shit? Stop doing the things that destroy your life. Maybe you've already started a long journey to a better life, and believe me, it is a long fucking journey. But if you don't get rid of bad things, the road is only going to be longer. It is no secret that every man needs a woman in his life. Do you have one? Are you looking for one? Stop chasing girls. Now don't get me wrong, because a lot of you will. I'm not saying to stop going out, and I'm not saying that you only have to have one girl, the first girl in your life. In order to get a girl, you need to put yourself out there. You need to explore until you find the one that fits you. What I am saying is to stop chasing after women that don't deserve your attention. You are a man, and you should have respect for yourself. And if a girl you want doesn't show that towards you, rather, you've lost the respect for yourself. That is not what you need. Think about all that energy you misplace, all of that time that you lose spending it on somebody not willing to do the same for you. Time is money, and you're throwing a lot of it down the drain. And worst of all of that energy that you can put into other efforts. Here's another thing that puts a hole in your money pocket. Procrastination. Unnecessarily delaying your work, your workout, your studying. You might say, oh, it's just another 5 or 10 minute video. That turns into 20, 40, an hour or two, and before you know it, your deadline is gone and you feel like shit. You will always find other things to do, things that don't make sense to do right now. That shelf needs reorganizing, and that cupboard, man, I should make sure that all of my shirts are folded nicely. All of that just so you don't have to do the hard thing right now. But here's the thing, that doesn't get you anywhere, and you need to realize it. I've been there and I've done it. Fuck, most of us have done it. But not all see it for what it is, wasting of valuable time. Time that you can spend growing and becoming an unstoppable force of personality and character. And the feeling of freedom and peace of mind that you get once you finish work, it's the best feeling in the world. It feels like you can finally breathe freely, guilt-free. Social media. These days we can hardly live without it. I mean, here you are, on YouTube right now, watching this video on your phone, on your notebook, your PC, your tablet, or even a TV. You might not even be watching this shit, you could just be listening. On your way to work, during the rush hour in your car, on your morning or evening jog, while working on a computer, or even studying. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, X, Threads, Snapchat. It is all around us, with us all the time. I mean shit, some of you have it on your wrist. It is hard to get away from it because if you're not using any of it, you just don't exist. Don't know shit about what's going on in the world or what your friends and family are doing. I get it. It's hard to get away from, but you don't have to. Limit your use. Don't get stuck doom scrolling through somebody else's life on Instagram or watching them live their life on YouTube, because 90% of it is fake. In best case scenario, a person's profile is filled with happy pictures of themselves at gorgeous locations, always smiling, and you might think, wow, that person has a perfect life. I wish I could have that. Here's the thing that you probably don't realize. It's all filtered. Nobody has a perfect life. Everybody goes through hardships. People just don't share so that you don't see it. Limit your exposure to bullshit like that and use it to start or grow your own business, to educate yourself, to grow. The internet is full of infinite resources and people with deep knowledge that you can learn from. You just have to find it and be smart enough not to get sucked into the black hole. Adult websites are also black holes. Rarely do people go on just once or twice. They might say it, but it turns into an addiction. It sucks you in. That is the industry that plays into our deepest, most primal desires. And for us men, it's hard to turn our backs to it and say no, even if you are in a relationship. Rarely will you find a partner or a person that likes and that will do all the things that you fantasize about. And if you are in a relationship, these websites can affect it badly. You don't get aroused by just seeing that person anymore. They have to do more, and then more, and more to get you aroused. It is not healthy for a relationship, and it can lead to serious mental health issues down the road. Avoid that shit. You will be making yourself a big favor down the line. Are you confident, or are you an arrogant POS? You might think one or the other, but to find that out, you really have to listen to the people around you and reflect on yourself as well. Arrogance will not get you far. It will burn bridges between you and other people. Thinking that you know something and knowing that you know it and can implement that knowledge are two totally different things. And yet an arrogant person will still think he is the shit. But that's the thing. He thinks that. And that doesn't mean shit when work needs to be done. Be confident in your skills, but be humble to know when you need more training. An arrogant person will scoff at the idea of signing up for an improvement program because he thinks he has it all. He doesn't need shit in his mind. In reality, he will be left behind sooner or later. Jim Rohn once said that we are the average of 5 people we spend most of our time with. Look around you. Who do you see? Who do you spend your time with the most often? In order to grow, you don't need to be surrounded by billionaires. You need hard-working, honest people. Arrogance will only drag you to the bottom like an anchor and keep you there. What do you do if you get stuck at the bottom? Or better yet, what will you do when you get stuck there? Because like I said earlier, nobody has a perfect life. Everybody fails. Whatever you do, do not give up. But I'm not saying that lightly at all. I've failed. I had given up. I had to repeat my first year of college because I had failed 7 out of 10 exams. I knew I was about to fail my second year as well, so I decided to go self-educational books door to door during the summer to make money so I could continue my studies. It was pandemic time, I had to travel abroad for this work and I didn't have any money. I got into a debt just to get to the place where I could walk 14 hours a day, 6 days a week, door to door, hoping somebody would buy what I offered. At the end of the summer, I got home a failure, in debt, no money, no job, and now a dropout with no degree. I know some of you have it even harder. Some of you might be in a deeper hole than I even was. Only way you get out is to fight, to scratch, to crawl. Giving up is easy. Moping around like a sad sack of shit is easy. Don't do that. Don't give up when shit becomes hard. Get to work. Hard times create hard men, but only if you decide to work hard. This is meant to motivate you, but you know what? Fuck motivation. Do you think that if motivational speeches worked, that there would be so many of them? That there would be so many books like that? The reason those guys make so much money is because you might be motivated for a week, a month, 3 months, but it wears off and then you go to the same seminar or get another book again and again and again. There is only one simple reason for that. You lack discipline. Motivation is good to get a ball rolling, but discipline is what keeps it going. By all means, read the books, listen to inspiring stories, get fucking hyped to work out, to work, to create a better life for yourself, but be disciplined. That is what will sustain you and help you overcome hardships. We all want freedom. Freedom to do what we want, to buy what we want, to go where we want, to live life how we want it. And there is one sure way that will get you that. Discipline equals freedom. If you've liked this video, subscribe to the channel. It will support us, and we'll come up with more videos on how to continue to grow and to have a better life.